So, where are we? Why are we here? And who are you?
We are in Plattling in Bavaria in a coating and insulating glass plant from AGC Interpaint. I'm Ulrich Theisen. I'm working for the IBP, which means it's the consultancy service for the architects, engineers, offices and investors for buildings.
And why are we here? What is this factory doing? What are they?
So
what is your purpose?
We apply magnetron coatings on glass.
So we have a piece of glass.
Yes.
It's in triple IGU.
Yes,
and when I look at it carefully, I see, okay, there's somehow an additional layer,
Yes.
to say the inner layer of the outer.
Yes, there's a coating applied on the glass that brings you advantages in the physics. So you can control the light transmittance, the solar transmittance, and you can choose from your engineer's side if they have needed values for the building. We have a big, I would say, a shelf where you can take out standard coatings in different technical values and different optical solutions and colors, reflections.
So these coatings, they are actually a kind of sun shading. So either I have a mechanical sun shading in front of the facade or I apply a coating.
Yes.
All right. And then the coating, how does that work? What is, say, the main purpose of a coating? Sunlight.
Sun is blocked and reflected, and light, the wavelengths from visible light is also coming through to have enough illumination inside of the building. And this is a game of adjusting the technical values between the solar transmittance and the light transmittance.
I see. So I have, say, a number of wavelengths from sunlight, and the ones which create transparency, which is the light I can see, that's something which we can see, which is visible. And then other parts are blocked off with this metal coating, which is, I would assume, super thin.
Yes.
Okay, and then I get these values from my building physics engineers, and then I come to you and ask, okay, can I get this kind of qualities? And then you go to the shelf and then organize it.
Yes.
What's if I want to change things? I'm a designer. I'd like to play with the opportunities. I'd like to play with, okay, these are the wavelengths which I get through. These are the wavelengths which are blocked. Can I get it also? Can I also, because they seem to be brownish or greenish, can I get bluish color?
Yes. If we go on our new system, coating on demand, where you can choose your optics like color, like a reflection. We will have a session, coating on demand, where the designers and the owners can see in renderings what they get, still staying very close to the needed values from the engineer's side.
Say the performance I need to control. But when we look at this, the sample which you showed me, so, oh, this is the other way around. This is virtual and this is reality. Reality looks more like...
Yeah, it's a bad picture. But you see, you had 6 different coatings because they wanted to have the color fading on the tower. It's moving from down to top.
Different colors.
In different steps.
Different steps, which then creates this sky.
At the end,
appearance.
one coating that brings all the advantages.
How does this technically work?
Though this I will hand over to my colleague from the technical department.
So he's running the machine. Come.
Yes.
Okay, so you're the technician. You know how to run the machine, and it's a big one. Who are you?
I'm Felix Meyer, manager of the coating department, the glass processing department, and developer of new coatings at AGC Interpaint.
Okay. And you're going to make me happy when I want whatever kind of color.
For sure.
For sure. Let's see.
I will show you.
So how does that work? I have my design, you have to make me happy. How do I get a visualization of the opportunities I have? We assume this is my design, I came with my design, we use it as a design, and I can adjust. I get by building physics, I get light transmittance of, what is it, 60% here, light reflection of, what do I see, 22% here, and this is, say, adjusting the energy in, out, and the transparency, and now I'd like to change colors.
Yes. For every transmission, reflection, or G value, We have a part of colors we can choose.
Yeah.
And here you are completely free. You can choose from a deep red.
Okay, let's do a deep red. And then this is the visualization of the, say, deep red version versus later I may get very greenish setting.
In the first step, you can choose from big color palette. In the end, you can fine tune your coating. You can compare the first, the second, the third coating you developed by yourself. And then you can choose one. Now it's loaded. You can see it's
I see, this is deep red. Yes, okay.
deep red copper.
Yeah. Let's go for a green one as an alternative. Yeah. And this is, say, the range which we see there, which is the range which is
possible
with this light transmission and reflection as a setting. I see. And can I also imagine different colors for different floors?
For sure.
So I can actually create a kind of patterns of different...
If the building is big enough, like you saw on the Vista Tower before, it's possible that you choose completely different colors. You can make a rainbow over the building. You could also do a slight change of colors.
And now it's getting greenish. Okay.
Now it's greenish, yes. We can make it darker. The reflection maximum for this tool is 22%. Now you see we are outside the possible box.
I see, coating doesn't exist.
Yes, we will come back inside.
Into the coating which exists, I see. Here we go. Yeah, now it's more reflective.
It's a bit darker. Reflection level is the same, but you don't see that much inside.
Get me a bluish one.
Here we come with a slight blue.
Just from your experience as designers, do they go for the extremes or do they stay somewhere in the...
It's coming more and more. Sometimes it has to be completely neutral, but at the moment it's a lot of bronze coatings. We also had a really strong pinkish one, which was a renovation. And it was an old coating from the beginning of coatings. And we had to reproduce it.
That was a heritage situation.
Yes.
I see. Yeah. And now it's getting okay. Yeah, these are the other extremes. That's really so. In this rendering, we stay with one type of coating. We can now imagine all the different colors you may want, and you may stay in one type of color, or you may really go to a complete free pattern. This is really coating on demand. Okay, and then I get this done. We have an idea, and now I want to see samples. So where do I get the samples?
As soon as we are finished with the rendering session, we'll get the reference for the coating line. We'll load it into the coating line.
I see.
Production of the sample will be 2 to 3 hours.
And then I get my samples.
A sample in the first step, it's a single glass coated. Then we produce the HU, which happens within 3 hours
And then
maximum. And then you have
a day later, I have my sample, which I'd like to.
your own developed sample in your hands. Yes,
This is really coating on demand. I like it. Thank you.
you're welcome.